All right, guys, welcome to First and Goal. I'm your host, Flavo Rihanna, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. All right, guys, so the Giants were hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, The Giants, had a very close game against the Kansas City Chiefs last week, and it came down to the final drive, and the Giants were unsuccessful. They put the Kansas City Chiefs on their toes on that last drive, but Daniel Jones couldn't get it done, and now it's a new week, new game, and you got to focus on the opponents that are ahead of you. But the fact that Raiders are coming into town, they had the drama. They had the dramas with releasing Henry Ruggs, and also drama leading it. Also with the firing of John Gruden, which I'm not gonna get too much into details. You guys could look up an article on whatever outlet you want to. But Raiders coming into the season, coming into this game, 5-2, look pretty good. Derrick Carr has looked phenomenal so far this year. He had Josh Jacobs in the backfield, but that Giants defense definitely came out to play because they ended up forcing two interceptions, making Derrick Carr throw two interceptions. Xavier McKinney, wow, this guy's an animal. This guy's an animal because of the fact that he really was in disguise and was able to pick off Derek Carr, and it came in the most ill-advised moments where it was very crucial. It was very important for the Giants to get a stop, to cause a turnover, all right, and to do something, all right. There was a moment in time where the Giants almost ended up recovering a fumble off of a punt return, which was important too, because wow, Giants defense really came out to play. Yes, they don't have Blake Martinez. He's out for the year because of an ACL injury. All right. But their defense, the defense of the Giants really showed up. I mean, Leonard Williams, 2 tackles. Logan Ryan leading the way with a total of 9 tackles, 3 of them assisted. Xavier McKinney with 2 interceptions, very important right over there. Quincy Roche had a sack. All right. Bernard McKinney, 2 tackles, 2 assisted tackles. Okay. James Bradbury was holding it down. He was playing really good. He had a tackle and 1 assisted tackles. Danny Shelton had an assisted tackle. So Giants defense definitely came out to play. With Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, who I'm kindly growing a little bit more on Dexter Lawrence. Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence were applying that pressure, and they were really controlling the front lines of the Giants, making sure that Jacobs. I mean, Jacobs is a very good running back, but they were making sure that Jacobs, only ran the ball for just a little bit over 75 yards, had 13 rushes, but Giants did what they had to do. They did what they had to do. They controlled the game. They made it ugly. It wasn't pretty of a game. Daniel Jones didn't really throw the ball that much, all right, but he didn't need to. Devontae Booker was another animal. 21 carries, 99 yards. Yes, there was no, there was no Saquon, but that's fine because, Devontae Booker has really been picking it up. Him and Elijah Penny, who have been looking so far so good. Daniel Jones didn't really rush the ball too much. He had 4 carries and 17 yards. Daniel Jones in the passing department, 110 yards, 15 passes, 15 completions on 20 attempts. So you really can't win a game like that with your quarterback throwing just a little bit over 100 yards. But he got it done. He had that 30-yard touchdown pass to Evan Ingram, which was very good. But it was the defense that really showed up. Xavier McKinney, picking off Derek Carr twice. All right, the Giants up front line really applying that pressure, really making sure the run game was just very sloppy, dirty, making the Raiders having to fight for every single yard, and it just showed. But Derek Carr, if minus those 2 interceptions, honestly, I think the Raiders would have ended up getting the victory. But it was just very good defense. They planned strategically on getting very important stops in the most important times of the games, and that's what ended up getting it done. As for what's going to happen with the Giants next, well, the Giants are facing the Buccaneers. I believe they have a bye next week. They're facing the Buccaneers after their bye, and then after that, Um, they face the Eagles. They face the Dolphins, the Chargers. Honestly, the Eagles and Dolphins, they should really compete out. I see them winning one of those two games. Honestly, I would love for them to beat up the Eagles, and then if they go into Miami and they get a victory, that'd be great. But they're winning one of those two games. They're losing to the Buccaneers. They're going to SoFi in LA to face the Chargers. That could be a trap game for the Chargers, depending on how they're playing. And then you have the Cowboys coming into town. I think Cowboys are going to put a spanking onto the Giants just because they normally end up doing that type of stuff. You have the Giants going to the Eagles. I feel like that's a game that they're going to end up losing. The Giants going to Chicago. I see Giants winning that game. And then Washington coming back to MetLife. And I think Giants get that victory. So in total, since they are now officially, 3-6, 3-5, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe 5 more victories at most. At most, five more victories. And that's just being nice about it. Honestly, I can see the Giants really going 7-10 on the year. But 5 more victories for them to be 8-9, that would be a very good season. But the Giants have the talent. They have the opportunities to get stuff done. Danny Jones just needs to be, throwing the football a little bit more. But defense definitely showed up. If that defense shows up every single week, and I guarantee you it's not going to happen just because it is the Giants. If that defense shows up every single week, Giants are going to put themselves into the games where it's more of a 50-50 game. And if you put the Giants in a 50-50 type of a situation, there's a chance that the Giants can walk out, 5 more games, 6 more games. But in total, good victory by the Giants. They ended up getting a victory over a team that's above 500. Let's see what happens next. I mean, Giants are currently right now 3rd place in the NFC East. They're tied with Philly. They're a game above Washington. They're not going to catch the Cowboys. I mean, I'm not gonna get too excited, but I don't see the Giants, making the playoffs. There's a lot of stuff that they really need to fix. Danny Jones has been playing a little bit better. Okay, he's been putting the Giants into situations where the Giants can win the ball game. But the key thing is moving on forward. Danny Jones needs to throw the football. He's gonna need to at least throw. For my personal liking, I think he's gonna need to at least pass the ball. A good 15 to 25 times a game. Hopefully get about over 200 yards. You can't have a game where you're throwing 110 yards passing wise because it's just not going to get it done against every single team. They got lucky this week. They're not going to be able to get that done against Tampa Bay. If you want to beat Tampa, you're going to have to at least throw over 300 yards. You're going to have to make sure you're not committing any turnovers. But that's not a game that I see them winning. All right, I see them winning against the Eagles. Against maybe the Chargers. That's more of a trap game for the Chargers. I don't see them against beating the Dallas Cowboys, but there's a little bit of hope. There's a little bit of chance, but this is just more of a tryout for what's going to happen next year. If Daniel Jones continues to play well, then I believe the Giants are gonna end up retaining him. If Daniel Jones does not play well for the rest of the season, could see the Giants going in a different direction and maybe going after an established quarterback a la Aaron Rodgers, possibly. Not saying that I know anything, but it's possible because remember, Aaron Rodgers does want to leave Green Bay. Or they go back into the draft and try to draft themselves another rookie and try to see if they land themselves possibly a franchise quarterback. But yeah, that's my take on the Giants. Giants got it done. They're officially now 3 wins, 6 losses. They're going into a bye week. In 2 weeks from now, they're going to be facing the Tampa Bay Bucks, the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions. But let's see what happens throughout the year. All right. Until then, guys, I'm Flavio Rihanna. Thank you for tuning in to First and Goal, and I'll see you guys later throughout the season. Until then, peace, guys, and enjoy your football. Have a good one.